talk about how you were starting in business when you were very young, I think about 15, 16 years old. And you were starting working in this company called IPC, is that correct? And in the book you said this, you said, they had all the directors around the table, and once we had shaken hands on the deal, I started to talk about my visions. I told the directors I wanted to set up student holidays, a student travel agency, student record shops, student health clubs. I wanted to set up a student airline. I could see the eyebrows being raised. After the lunch, I got a call thanking me for coming, but the directors had changed their minds and canceled the plan to buy my magazine. Maybe not one of their better business decisions, I guess. How did you know the future of your business career at 16 years old?
Well, I suspect I didn't, but I think from quite a young age I would end up talking ahead of myself somewhat, and I've always dreamt big, as you certainly have, and a lot of people in this room have. And I've always believed if you can set yourself, big challenges, big targets, you then just got to catch up and make them become reality. And I think that particular company decided that I was, in a fantasy world, and so I had to prove them wrong.
So did you, we see examples today of young people being more successful than ever. Probably one of the best examples today is Marc Zuckerberg. Do you think we should be investing more in our youth? Do you think that we should be more open to ideas coming from this new generation in their teens and in their 20s, this kind of next generation of leaders?
Completely. I think, in the United Kingdom, I've been lobbying the government to, instead of doing student loans, to do entrepreneurial loans. And in fact, in the last budget, they agreed to do that. So, if there's a 17-year-old and an 18-year-old who's got a great business idea, instead of maybe doing 4 or 5 years at university, they can get the same grant to set up a business. And I just, they not wanting to discourage people from going to college, I think that for some people, just getting out into the real world and saying screw it, let's do it, let's just give it a go. You learn so much from being in the jungle, trying to sort of build a business from scratch. Sometimes you'll fall flat in your face and it won't work out. But then, student loans, sometimes people don't go on to great things with them anyway and aren't able to repay them. Sometimes, you'll find that you'll learn from that. Maybe the first business won't work, maybe the second business won't work, but the third business will. So I think, the best way of learning about anything is by doing it. We had friends down to Necker Island last weekend, and somebody said he'd never sailed before, and we were out sailing the boat. And I said, well, take the tiller and see what you can do. And the moment he took the tiller, I dived in and left him to learn to sail the boat. And he survived.
All right.